Look, I'm not saying it's hot outside, but I'm pretty fucking sure that Shrek is in my shorts arguing with my ass about whose fucking swamp it is.
Hey guys, welcome to Vibe Bite.
Don't forget to subscribe and hit that like button. Let's go.
He's a 10, but he's under 6 feet tall. 10, he's still a 10. This short man ick is literally the stupidest trend of the 21st century. Like, guys literally cannot change their height. And it's the same girls who shame short guys who have a massive problem when guys have preferences over things you can change, like your weight or your attitude or whatever.
Say it louder, please.
Like, by all means, everyone's entitled to their preferences. I get that. But let's not shame people for things they can't control. To all short men out there, y'all are a dub. Don't listen to what anybody else says. Follow for more.
But why be with a man and you don't do stuff to make sure that he like you? I'm just gonna be myself. You don't even like you. You need to be a better you for you and be a better you for him. You need to be a better you for everybody. You don't even like who you are right now. I'm just gonna be myself. The self that you don't like. If he don't like me as myself, the self that you don't like. The self that you don't even like. You saying you don't want to change. You don't want to be something different. You don't want to enhance yourself. You don't want to upgrade your self. And he got to take you as you are. And you don't even take you as you are. You raggedy bitch. You know what? That's why you got to pay for half your day.
Oh wow, okay, here we go. So this girl is basically telling all the princesses out there to stop acting like everything should just fall into place without putting in the work, right?
Yeah, for real. She's saying, why be with a man and not even try to make sure he likes you? And it's true. You can't just expect to be loved if you're not trying to be your best self, not just for him, but for you too.
Exactly. And she goes off about how people are like, I'm just gonna be myself, but that self might need some work.
Right. She's like, you don't even like who you are right now, but you're expecting him to love that version? Come on now, that's not how it works.
Yeah, and then she calls it you raggedy bit. She's not holding back. If you don't even care about improving yourself, why would anyone else?
For real. If you don't take care of yourself, why should he? Gotta earn that respect.
I love that guys actually slide into our DMs and they're like, yo. Like, that's it. Yo. Guys used to, like, write poetry and, like, fight lions and, like, have draws against each other for their damsels. Oh, but our generation of women get, yo. No. Go away, bro.
Yeah, that pretty much sums it up. Girls used to be so worth it. Poetry, grand gestures.
And now they're so trash that just sending a yo in the DMs feels like going the extra mile.
Right. It really says a lot about how much things have changed. Romance got replaced with laziness.
If all he does is go to work, go home, lay in bed, scroll on social media mindlessly, overthink his entire life, and then play video games for the rest of the evening, that is my type. That is husband material. Please, God, you have blessed others. Please bless me now.
The whole Bonnie Blue and Schoolies thing couldn't get any worse. Let me tell you, it gets worse. So there is a creator in here that I used to be friends with, and I'm now deciding to come on here and call them out because I'm sick of their behavior. Now, they are a creator that is going around trying to promote and sleep with 18-year-olds that have just finished school. PSA, boys, do a background check on the creators that you're working with because they may have been assigned a different gender at birth. Now, I would never usually call anyone out on these grounds, but if you're going to go sleep with a bunch of freshly 18-year-olds, they might want to know that you were actually born a different gender because it may cause them a few mental health problems, and there's some kind of information that I think they should be open to having.
Schoolies are arriving and I can see in the distance everything being set up. And you know what? Filming starts today. My DMs are completely open. So if you want to get me on my knees, you know exactly how to do it.
This is the key element to the destruction of the nuclear family.
Most girls have that one guy that no matter what, if he were to text her at any point, she would be like, yes.
And no, it's not a female problem. It's a society problem. The average man would gladly have as much casual sex as the average woman if they could, but they can't. What happens though is the average woman samples so many different men that by the time she gets married, she's emotionally hardened so that it's impossible for her husband, guy number 37, to make any real impression on her. He can't be her first experience for anything. She's been infatuated and she's been hurt. She's been thrilled and she's been betrayed. All of the ups and downs in life to the point that there's nothing left for the guy she eventually settles with. And the men living rent-free in her head, odds are those guys aren't any better than the guy she actually settles with. However, she met those guys before she was hardened by so much experience and when her mindset was all about fun. By comparison, relationships are a chore. So any man that makes a commitment to her is part of the chore. Look up Dads versus Cads for more on the female psychology on that. This entire dynamic, though, is the death of the nuclear family.
This really makes you think. It raises an important point about how past disappointments can close us off from new, healthy relationships.
Yes, and it's not just about women, but society as a whole. When everything gets easier, real relationships become rare.
That's true. Too many disappointments take away our ability to trust and open up, which makes it hard to build strong relationships.
Exactly, and this creates problems for future generations.
It's a wake-up call for all of us. We need to rethink our approach to relationships and work on ourselves to make them healthy.
It is so crazy to me how celebrated specifically women are when they get engaged and how much it proves that society still views like marriage, especially between a man and a woman, as like the ultimate milestone and the ultimate thing worth celebrating.
As a single, unmarried, never been engaged, never come close to engagement 31-year-old who has just had one of her biggest achievements to date happen in the past year or so, I feel this deeply. I wrote and produced my first indie feature film in 2023, and now it's on the festival circuit. It'll be available next year. I'm in Pittsburgh right now for a screening of it. I would love to get married someday, and I will have a big party when that happens because I love parties, but I don't want the biggest thing I have to be proud of to be convincing someone to be my husband, because that's pretty bleak, right? Because the reality is, it's pretty easy to get engaged. If I just wanted a husband, like no other qualifications, like he didn't have to be right for me, if I just wanted to be married so bad, I could do it. I could do it real fast. But obviously I want more than that. I want to be with the right person, and that takes time. But marriage and engagement really aren't that big of an accomplishment. That's like throwing you a party because you bought running shoes. You haven't even started the marathon yet.
Hey babe, I brought you something. Do you have something for me?
Yes, I believe I do.
Hi, my name is Emily. I'm 30 years old and I have no home and no job. Yes, you did hear that correctly. 4 months ago, I decided to quit my corporate job of 8 years and leave all of my financial security and security blanket that I had behind to try and go out and find something more meaningful for me to do. And what I realized is actually that there is a lot of girls and women out there that are kind of feeling the same way. And the reason I know this to be true is because me and one of my best friends decided to start a virtual online community for women. So what I will say is, I don't know the answer. If you are feeling like this, I haven't had it all figured out. I'm very much so in the process. I don't have another job yet. I don't have the answers. I don't know where I'm moving. But I do know having community has made it that much better.
Emily, 30 years old, no home, no job. Seriously? She quit her stable job with good benefits to search for some more meaningful work? Well, it's great that she wants to find her path, but let's be honest, it's a pretty risky strategy.
Yeah, this is honestly shocking. And she's saying it's okay that she doesn't have a plan and doesn't know where she's headed. It's nice that she's searching for meaning in life, but she should have thought twice before walking away from everything. How is this a good example? She's jobless, broke, and the only thing she offers is this community she created.
I totally agree with you. This is pure madness. I get wanting to find yourself, but not having a backup plan is extremely risky. Sure, having a supportive community is great, but why take such a huge risk without any preparation? Otherwise, it could easily turn into a big disappointment.
Exactly. It's like jumping into the unknown without knowing what's beneath you. Guys, if you're planning to change your life, always have a plan and a backup. We all want to find our purpose, but we need to be ready for the challenges. This isn't about abandoning stability, it's about using it to build something bigger. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel. See you in the next video.
Morning vibes, весь мир поет. Ловлю ритм, это весь прикол. Каждый день как новый рок-н-ролл. Morning vibes, это наш маршрут. В этом ритме мы живем и тут. Morning vibes, это наш маршрут. В этом ритме мы живем и тут.